Hello and welcome to Achievers Hive. Dear learners, in this class we are going to talk about industrial and organizational psychology in detail. Basically, we will be talking about what is the scope of industrial and organizational psychology, what exactly these industrial organizational psychologists do, also what are the key areas where this industrial organizational psychology work. So let us talk in detail about industrial organizational psychology, to which we also called IO psychology in short. Basically, industrial organizational psychology is the scientific study of the workplace. The main aim of organizational psychology is to increase employee, employer, and consumer satisfaction. Organizational psychology is the systematic study of the behavior of people at work. In any organization, be it a company or a school environment or anyone. Basically, it is the branch of psychology that applies psychological theories and principles to organizations. This field focuses on increasing workplace productivity and related issues such as the physical and mental well being of employees. It also studies how the social, industrial, economic, political, and other factors affect the behavior of the people at work. Industrial organizational psychologists perform a wide variety of tasks, including studying worker attitudes and behavior, evaluating companies, and conducting leadership training programs, etc. So, these are the few fields where industrial organizational psychologists work. Now, when we talk about the scope of organizational psychology, it has a very wide and expansive scope. Historically, if we see organizational psychology developed later than industrial psychology. Actually, these industrial and organizational are the two different branch, but they come all together because they have a lot of very similar factors, so that is why they are taken together. So they had a distinct focus, although this distinction is largely artificial and many topics cut across both areas. That is why they are considered as IO psychology. Now we will talk about some of the key areas where these two psychology work. So they deal with individual differences, assessment, and the prediction of performance of the employees, and that can be in case of the employers too. And also this deals with the group and intergroup issues. This psychology also uses psychological measurement to help organization make the best use of their people. Also, they use broad psychological theories to diagnose and correct organization problem. Job analysis, recruitment, selection, compensation, performance appraisal, training, these are all the parts of industrial organizational psychology. Other than this, socialization, motivation, work stress, leadership, group performance, and organizational development is also a part of IO psychology. So these are the areas, or you can say the scope where we can see organizational psychology working. Now, if we talk about what are the key areas where this psychology work, so these are the few points on your screen which you can see. Let's talk about training and development, which is one of the first key area of industrial organizational psychology. The professional in this area, they often determine what type of skills are necessary to perform specific jobs, as well as develop and evaluate employee training programs too. When we talk about the employee selection, which is another key area, this area involves developing employee selection assessments such as screening tests to determine if job applicants are qualified for a particular position or not. Then there comes another key area which is known as ergonomics. The field of ergonomics involves designing procedures and equipment designs to maximize performance and minimize injury. Now, another key area is performance management. IO psychologists who work in this area, they develop assessment and techniques to determine if employees are doing their jobs well or not. So performance management is also being done by the IO psychologist. Coming to the next key area, which is work life. This area focuses on improving employee satisfaction and maximizing the productivity of the workforce. Industrial organizational psychologists in this area might work to find ways to make jobs more rewarding or design programs that improve the quality of life in the workplace. Organizational development is one of the key area where IO psychologists work, and those who work in this area help improve organizations often through increasing profits, redesigning products, and improving the organizational structure. Now, work motivation. This is one of the key area where IO psychologists work. Increased motivation leads to increased productivity. This is something very common. We all know that. So the IO psychology holds that tactics like contest, performance appraisal, sales codes, and commission paid, these all can improve motivation. So what kind of work motivation can be provided to their employees? This decision has to be taken by the IO psychologist. Work stress is another field. Workplace stress is stress that arises from an interaction between people and their jobs. So research has focused on environmental, organizational, social and individual stressors and their outcomes. So basically IO psychologists also work to identify the work stress that has to be minimized for the employees. So this is one of the key areas where the IO psychologists work. So these are the few areas where IO psychologists have to work. Also, we spoke about the scope of organizational psychology. A lot of things can be done when you wish to become an IO psychologist. And industrial organizational psychology is entirely dedicated to the organization, in the welfare of organization, in the welfare of the employees, their mental health, everything is included. And on every aspect it works, where the industry has to be upgraded to be taken to the next level. So this was all about organizational psychology. Hope you would have understood the concept. If you have liked the video, then please and press one like for me. Also subscribe to the channel if you have not done it yet. Thank you so much for watching. See you soon in the next video. Till then, take care. Bye bye.